Hello and welcome. I'm Bio, and today we're looking at another forgotten Ubisoft game. This time around we're looking at Nitrobike. I bet you've never heard of this game. but it's a game that came out on both the Nintendo Wii and the PlayStation 2. I'm playing the Wii version because I experienced a lot of issues with the PlayStation 2 version on the PCSX 2. It just kept crashing, I couldn't even finish a race. It was really frustrating. So I'm having a go on the Wii version instead. This game is developed by Left Field Productions, published by Ubisoft, and released in January 2008. So yeah, I don't know how the motion controls are going to work in this game exactly, if I'm honest with you, but we'll give it a go and see how we get on with Nitrobike. But just to warn you, this game is not rated very well. It's rated quite poorly. It has a 49 Metacritic, so yeah. Doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be bad though. So, from what I played very briefly on the PS2 version, I actually thought it was not too bad. But we'll see when it comes to the Wii, because the Metacritic might be specifically for the Wii version of the game and not necessarily the PlayStation 2 version. That's what a lot of people forget, I find sometimes. So let's have a go of an exhibition race. So we have a few characters we can pick from. There isn't many that you can pick outright, and obviously some of them are locked. Now, don't get me wrong, I could put a save file in here. It wouldn't be too difficult. Let me have a look a minute. So, got that. If I go to tools, import Wii save, go to downloads, boom. So we've successfully imported the save file, it says. So if we go back, go to options, see if it will allow us to load. Allow us to load? No, we don't have the option to load the game. It's always nice when they don't give you the option to load the game, isn't it? I guess we could restart. Give me a second. Okay, I've restarted the game, so let's have a look and see whether or not we have actually any characters unlocked. Probably not, but I always find Wii saves can be a little bit finicky sometimes. Nope, still nothing. So you can import a Wii save and it'll go, yeah, that was successful, and then you go look in the game and be like, nope. But it might be because of the version I'm using, even though North American, I'm playing the North American version. I don't know, whatever. But let's pick Yi. Pick the standard bike and go to the Boneyard, because the Boneyard is the only track that's unlocked that we can try, unfortunately, but we get an idea of how the game plays. Now, personally, when I was playing the PlayStation 2 version, I didn't think it was actually that bad. It's called Nitrobike because basically you use a boost to go. In this case, the boost. Oh, fantastic, the boost. Yes, of course, I forget. This is motion controls. So I'm using the Wii remote, and I'm having to tilt it left and right to turn, which is nice. This is a nice feature. Okay, so how do I brake then? You got that for me, game? I was like, I was in first pretty much most of the time. So you press up on the D-pad to like boost. Oh, to use the nitro. Wait, what's the brake button then? What's the brake? Is that 1? Okay, so 1 is brake. Okay, it's fine. I don't know why, but I keep pressing the B button, thinking the B button is going to be boost, which makes more sense, because the B for boost, right? What do I know? You also got to be careful with using too much boost, because your bike can overheat and explode. So you can kind of like drift around on the dirt. God. I will admit, as with every kind of game that uses motion controls for racing, it does not work particularly well. And I'm in last place. How am I in last place? Keep in mind, in the PlayStation 2 version, I was in first place for the entirety of the race, but I couldn't finish a race because it crashed. It kept crashing, unfortunately, during that one race. Oh, I just slightly nudged that. I will admit, having the 1 key, because 2 accelerates, by the way, but having 1 be brake is not great. I can see why this got a 49 Metacritic. I'm gonna be honest. On the other hand, though, the PlayStation 2 version's okay. I don't have an issue with the PlayStation 2 version. That's really unfortunate. That pretty much the only version that got reviewed was probably the Wii version. Getting there. But yeah, you got destructible objects in the level, which is cool. Don't know if there's any tricks. As you can see, there's no chance because it's motion controls. You can adjust how you're going, like or how you're turning in the air. So you can quite easily screw up your in the air and not be able to fix yourself. Like, I shouldn't be having this much issue with playing this game, and it just makes me want to play this game with a controller. But unfortunately, the controller's not an option. You only have the Wii remote and motion controls as an option. Ubisoft thought this was a good idea. Let's do this. In 2008, the Wii had been out for a little while. At that point, the Wii came out in what, 2005 in Japan and 2006 in the West, something like that. We had Mario Kart by then, did we not? And people were like, "Yeah, we'll do that. We'll add these motion controls. That sounds like a good idea." No, that's not a good idea. Let's not do that. I would appreciate it if you didn't do that. I also find that sometimes it will turn hard on the slightest of turns on the Wii remote, and then sometimes it will turn very little on a very, very hard turn. In other words, I'm tilting the Wii remote quite a bit. But you're going to see me crash a lot because I can't do motion controls for racing games. To me, I'm going to be honest, and you may find this a little bit insensitive, but it's imagine if you're a perfectly functioning human being, and then someone decided to get a baseball bat and smack you over the head with a baseball bat and said, "Now you're fixed." But you're not. You're now heavily disabled in a wheelchair, but your quality of life is better. But it's not though. Quality of life is not better. Thanks. I'm now disabled in a wheelchair and with dribble coming out of my mouth. It's like saying, if it ain't broke, why fix it? It's that kind of argument. And I find with like motion control racing games on the Wii, that is the argument. Why it's not broke, using a controller to control a racing game is not broke, so why do you need to fix it? And this is where the argument comes in. It's like, Nintendo did the right idea with Mario Kart Wii. People, you know, if you say, "Oh look, I was able to finish a race, at least it didn't crash, even though it came last." It's like having the argument of, "Oh, but Mario Kart Wii had motion controls. It also had a controller that you could plug in, and you could also plug a GameCube controller or a Wii Classic controller into the system and play it with that." The argument is that why did Nitrobike do that? Why did not Nitrobike bang? All because I can't turn the controller any further to the left without doing a 180, and yet look how pathetic that turn was that made me crash into that rock. It's so weird. But what I'm saying is, it's like there's no excuse why Left Field Productions could not have included a controller option in the game for this. What's the excuse? What's the excuse, Left Field Productions and Ubisoft, to not include? Oh, I just killed him. Oh god. I'm struggling so much, only because it's motion controls. That's the only reason. It's so irritating. Again, another argument you could have is, you know, going back to like baseball bat kind of argument here, right? Is imagine, right? You're told, yeah, you got to hit a home run. You're in a baseball field, yeah, baseball stadium. Everybody else on the team has a baseball bat they can use to hit the ball with when the pitcher throws the ball, right? And it's a baseball they're throwing. The pitcher's throwing a baseball, right? But you have a tennis racket. You have to hit and you're told by coach, you got to hit a home run with a tennis racket. And you're like, but why? Just give me a baseball bat. No. You're not getting a baseball bat, son. You're not getting that. We're not going to give you a baseball bat. That's fucking retarded. What are you talking about? We're not going to give you that. What we're going to do is we're going to give you a tennis racket. And then you can just imagine that player would turn to the coach and go, you know what? That suggestion is fucking retarded. That is what it is like. I have no issue with the racing game on the Wii having motion controls. No issue. The Wii, that's the Wii's gimmick. That is the Wii's gimmick. I'm not going to fault that. What I do have issue with is when your racing game on the Wii only has motion controls as the option. That's when I have issue. That's when I take issue with the game. That's when, like there. I didn't want to go over there. I didn't want to go over there. You turned too hard, even though it's slight, only slight turning on the Wii remote. And the dude goes, I'm gonna go to Jupiter. Like here, stop turning so hard when I don't want you to turn so hard. I'm using a real Wii remote to play this, by the way, with a real Wii sensor bar. It's a USB one, but it's a real sensor bar. Yeah, you know, other motion control games I've played for the Wii never had so much issue. But it's always these goddamn these motion controlled racing games. Always. It's like with Kokoto Kart Racer back in the day. It's the same argument with that. It was an okay kart racing game when you played it on the PlayStation 2. Basic, shovelware, don't get me wrong. But when you played the Wii version of the game, it was trash because it only supported motion controls. It didn't support any kind of control. You're telling me you couldn't have installed the option to use a classic controller or GameCube controller in your game? You're telling me that was not on the table? You're saying to me that was not an option for you? And you wonder why your game got 49 Metacritic. I'm just saying, you wonder why your game got 49 Metacritic. The question is how is there a save file for this game? Right? There is a save file for this game. Smash. Yeah, there's a save file for this game, for the Wii version, that has all tracks and bikes unlocked with 85.1% career completion. At least they had the realistic. At least they had the realization that no, I'm not finishing this game. Screw this game. I'm not finishing it. Yeah, I'm kind of sad. I'm kind of sad for this game, if I'm honest, because, like I said, the PS2 version of the game is fine. Again, I couldn't finish a race because it kept crashing, but it played fine. This game sucks, and it's only because of the motion controls. Perfect example. I'm glad I played the PlayStation 2 version. I'm glad I played the PlayStation 2 version because, yeah, seriously. Boom. Why? Why did you turn that hard? Why did you turn that hard? Why are you turning? Why are you... Again, the Wii Remote is stationary. It's not going anywhere. Why were you turning then? Alright. Just kill. Just finish the race. Thanks. Well, there we go. I'm not going to play any more of Nitrobike, if I'm honest with you. The Wii version sucks. It just sucks. But the PS2 version, if I'm honest with you, I would say that the PS2 version, I would recommend the PS2 version. It was fun. Again, I didn't experience much of it, but I experienced enough to go, there's something here that could be fun. Something here that could be fun. But the Wii version is just dog water. It's terrible. And it's terrible only because of the Wii motion controls. It's such a shame. But anyway, I'm going to call it there. I've been Bio. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.